Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the New York Jets. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him. And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Jets at 3 and 4 on the year coming into play. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. You talk about this Miami defense, and they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run.
And if you don't stop his run, he don't pass.
The air attack.
On 3rd down, Harvey fights him off. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
That was a good explosive run right there, and it brings up an interesting little dilemma, doesn't it? 4th and inches, got to decide what they want to do now. Not sure they expected to be in this situation with what they were facing on 3rd down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up, a line ball here, remember. Well, they're sending out an early memo that points are not going to be easy to come by in this one. A block here in the opening quarter, and what a block it was.
I love how you talked about sending out a memo. I know of one special teams coach who leaves a note in the lockers of guys he wants on his special teams. A direct invitation to them. He wants them to have the pride in what they're doing. This group showed it right there. A big effect on this game.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Daniel, there is other people around that don't want to hear that.
Next drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Got him in. It's Brown. It'll go as a gain of 4. And 3rd and 8 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to start them out when you do that.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Miami.
In motion left is Davis. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
When you talk about this Jets defense,
they're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
21G.
Well, for starters, I didn't have a run defense.
Tua sets up to pass it. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
when we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Couple of Alabama guys there. Tua and Waddle for the Miami first.
Dolphins first down. It's a gain of 10.
Ready.
And the Dolphin first down.
Slot man moves right.
And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Well, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a third and about 5.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Ready.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Jake Moody now on for the field goal.
From the left hash, a chip shot here. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this will remain a one-touchdown game.
They had a chance there to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores. But he doesn't hit that one quite right, and it winds up an empty possession.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Open there is the tight end, Mason Taylor.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Harvey. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Again, it's Harvey. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 12 yards there. The Jets have a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Check go.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That catch in his career is number 662, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah, who was a wide receiver at Alabama before he transitioned in the NFL. And we're seeing similar attributes here because the ability to play inside, outside, flex out, he can catch it from any position and turn it into a big play.
Now he's got his eyes on 700. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. first down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 6 yards there on the keeper at 2nd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
In motion left is Davis.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Looking to pass. Tua. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, some strong running.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
On the ground, it's Harvey to start the drive.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And it's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
That's a gain of 7.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Pass taken in. His big tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there at 22. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line.
They run straight ahead with Harvey.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anywhere. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Once more with Harvey.
Wiggles free. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Is interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. Point after up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll cut him down at the 44.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Tua. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Over the middle and complete to Wilson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
Back to throw here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
6-yard line.
On the give, it's Harvey. And able to get this to the 31. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A.J. Brown. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time it up to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That's
a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
44, ready.
From midfield, here's Tua. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Over the middle, it's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now they send a man in motion right.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he won't get to the markers. They're going to stop it for a second straight play right at the line of scrimmage. They're going for him. Here's Tua with it. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis.
Picked up by Jamie Sherwood. And the Jets are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And this is potentially a nervy situation this close to their own goal line.
An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to air one out.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
They'll
some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll run for it with Achane.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Miami. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to find Taylor downfield. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory down at the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
On the handoff, Harvey. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's good for 28 yards.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
18 cards, go!
Harvey will score. Touchdown, New York. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
This 2nd and 4.
Tua going to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Jets will take over here just shy of the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Out of the gun, they go with Harvey. Down the left sideline. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. 114 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll get that one to Taylor complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd and 4. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Try to run for it. Here's Harvey.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll go. Here's Harvey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it.
And Browns got it for a Jets touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and through. And the lead now up to 14. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, the number 4's kind of, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Tua. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
20, TX.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 36. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
44. Ready. Ready, team. Ready.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up second and 3.
All right, come on.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
That is caught. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Ready.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Off the play action, Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Moody good with the extra point.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
Got it. Ready.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
152 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Dolphins' 29-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Cowboys.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught by Brown. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within 1 score.
Yeah, and that looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the 4th quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Will McDonald there on the tackle. 2nd and 10.
Ready, set. Ready, team.
Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And they'll go on the ground.
And this is not going to work as planned. It'll be blown up behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Looking to pass. Tua.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
Complete to number 17, Jalen Waddle. It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Got his man. That's Davis.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35.
And the Dolphins first down. A gain of 16.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Throwing Tua.
It's complete. He dials up Davis once more.
They drive some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Now 2nd and 4. Now Tua.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure
Probably.
for sure. They get the
You've been on the phone 34 minutes. What the hell?
Dude,
Tua.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
44. Ready. Ready, T. What's it?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Ready. Ready, T. Ready.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining.
One final try for Tagovailoa. This ball intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Jets are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, Charles, a heartbreaking way to lose this game. They got into position for that final play, had a decent look toward the end zone, but ultimately picked off, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, they gave themselves a great opportunity, didn't they? They'll replay that snap over and over. But sometimes you just have to give credit to the other side. Defense stood up in the final moment and